Well, hey, greetings, everyone. We are the Party Poopers. Welcome to episode 3 of Twisted Fates. Twisted Fates is a real play D&D 5e game that we are merging two starter campaigns. We're merging Dragons of Stormwreck Isle and the Lost Mines of Phandelver to make one uber impressive campaign for you guys. But mostly for us. I mean, if you watch it, that's awesome. But this is for us. This is our special time together. Isn't that right, guys?
I love special time.
Special times are fun.
With all
special friend. Mama dropped him on his head. Okay.
I'm gonna put some sick beats behind that, Barney or Fred. Well, speaking of Freddie and all of us, I am Terry Mayo. I'm gonna be the dungeon master for this very impressive campaign that I know you're gonna love. And underneath me, instead of below me, because Fred will have a field day with that one, we have Frederick Packard, who's playing our Dragonborn cleric named Altos. We have Eric Hampton, who's playing our human druid named Ulfgrim. And we have Barney, the Autonome rogue, playing, what is it, Y4 T2C, right?
Hi, Terry.
Hi. Y4, get it ready. Warm us up, because we're about to start episode 3 of Twisted Fates. I don't care if we can ever afford a better intro. Because
that is it. That's the one.
I love that.
Those sound effects are.
It's simple. It gets the people going. It's what it's all about.
It's provocative.
It's provocative.
Make sure to comment in the comments which part of the intro you like the best, like the toilet or the flames or the bird flame,
or when it goes
That's my favorite part.
Or when the dragon goes up.
There's so much to love.
Scene break.
It's so much. There's too much there to like. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point. But all right, you guys, here we are, session 3. It's been an eventful 24 hours for this group on Stormwreck Island, and things are about to take a step towards the point of no return in this game of Twisted Fates. But for now, the party stands at the top of a grand cliff overlooking the southern point of Stormwreck Island. They've agreed to make contact with the Myconids at Seagrove Cave to ensure that they and their sea spawn leader Senensa are safe. The party's also been asked to bring back ingredients for Turok to craft healing potions. Turok has given the group a piece of his red sash as a way to prove that the party means no harm. As you guys stand there on the top of the cliff, the air around the cliff is putrid and smells of like, what is it called? The rotting egg smell of sulfur as that orange gas seeps through the earth. The party is just steps away at this point from Seagrove Cave, the home of the Myconids and the supposed burial ground of an ancient dragon named Sharuth. And what would you guys like to do next?
So go ahead, Ulfgrim.
I was just going to do a nature check on this, these fumes that are coming out. See if I can understand, if they're going to be killing us if we go into that cave or whatever.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Let's roll.
All right. Well, I got a 1, so I guess my good rolls are out.
All right. So, yeah. So Ulfgrim looks around and is like, hey, who farted?
Ulfgrim, you're standing on one of those vents.
Yar, I have no clue what is going on with these orange flames. They bewilder me. They ain't nothing like I've ever seen in the sea.
Quick question for you, DM. Has the druid, has he left?
Yeah, so you guys left right off back where the kobolds and Patty were, which was about an hour walk away. Y'all took a short rest as y'all were walking. You were walking leisurely to get back your...
Did Ulfgrim, did you mention just a second ago that you have flames in the sea?
Yeah, there's not many out there, which is why I don't know what's going on with these orange puffs of sulfur.
Oh, yeah, normally there aren't any flames out there in the sea. Unless, are you like a ship? If it catches fire? Is that
Yar,
what you-
listen to me, you hunk of rust. Did you mishear me? I said I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Are you calling me a liar? Now's not the time.
No, not calling you a liar. Just, you know what? Never mind. Never mind.
I'll step in between the two of them and be like, "There's no time for arguing, gentlemen. We need to figure out what's going on here."
We weren't arguing, Altos. I was just asking a question.
Well, raised voices would lead me to believe that you're arguing. But
Accusing me more like.
He's just loud.
take it easy. Let's figure this out. So, our druid friend left. The owlbear's out.
Some
We wanna
time
go
ago.
see- We want to see the Myconids, right? Is it the stairs that lead to the ocean that leads to a cave, DM, or is there a separate cave that with the entrance?
So the stairs itself are pretty sturdy. They're a natural stone set and laid into the mountain or the cliffside. Not too steep, pretty easily navigatable. As you make your way down to the water, the stairs lead all the way down into the water. Right now, you're looking out, and it looks like it's low tide in this area. So you have wrapping around the side of this base of this cliff, where the stairs meet the water. You see, there's like about a ledge that's about 5 feet wide, give or take, and the water would probably come up to your ankles in this area, and with a steep drop off. But let me I'll share the map with you guys. Let's do that. Why not? Boom. So that's kind of where you are.
So that's the stairs that go down.
Yeah, so you've made it down the stairs and you are now on this ledge that with the water that's hitting right about your ankle level, or for Y4 it's probably mid-knee or higher.
Do I see any kind of like cave opening or pathway?
As you follow the ledge around, you do see what looks like it's an opening to darkness.
Well, I guess the only way to go is forward. I'll take a step towards the darkness here.
Do we have? I have. I have a candle. I don't know.
I have
if
light. Oh, I can cast light. So why don't we do that?
I might help. I put the candle back in my compartment.
Okay.
I will cast light. I have no idea how I can do this, but it's a neat trick I picked up. And I'm going to pull out my mace and I'll cast light on the tip of it.
Okay. All right.
Just the tip.
As you do that, you do see that wherever you're able to see, well, right now you're out in the sunlight, so it doesn't affect. But as you start turning the corners, you are wherever there was darkness before. You can see a good 30 feet in front of you, give or take. As you're bending your head around the end, you do see inside of this cave. There's like almost like neon lights along the walls and the top of the cave. The cave mouth is about 15 feet high, from the water to the top of the cave mouth. And inside it just looks like this psychedelic fluorescent light bulb show going on inside of there, of like pinks and blues and Christmas tree lights.
Are they flashing? Kind of like...
No, it's more of like a steady hum and then withdraw, bright, then withdraw. So it's not so much a bright flicker, more as like almost like a breath.
Well,
Altos.
yeah.
Altos. I got a button behind my eye I can't quite reach. Can you push it?
This is weird. No, so does your eye pop out, or how does? And I'll just kind of fidget around and.
My eye pops out immediately.
And I press the button.
Oh no, not that one.
What button I press?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I actually did have a hooded lantern, but I thought for flavor it would be fun to have like his eyes just kind of brighten like LED flashlights.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Same kind of effect as Altos with his mace light. You just have these lights, and it's affecting Ulfgrim as well. So that if he's looking wherever you're facing, for about that 30-foot span, you're able to see pretty clearly.
Shining right in Ulfgrim's eyes. Hey, Ulfgrim, check this out.
You blinded me.
Yeah, you blasted fire. I don't even know what to call this. Otherworldly light, you confounded contraption.
So as you guys are standing there, what you are kind of noticing at this point is you're preparing yourself to make your way in whatever direction you're going to go. The waters they're still, they're not moving. If that makes my accent sometimes gets in the way. They're still, but on top of the water, you do see like floating fungi, floating spores. It's just a lot of vegetation on top of the water, so it's hard to see what's underneath at this point.
Is any of this the fungi that Turok would want us to collect?
You could guess. I don't remember Turok explaining to you what they look like.
He just said fungi.
Yeah.
I'll start treading through the water towards it just to get a better look.
Okay. All right. Did you want to get inside the water, or did you want to follow along the ledge?
I'll follow along the ledge.
Okay. All right. Okay, so is this y'all's marching order right here?
Why for? Keep close. Let's go around this ledge and see if there's. I think I see the entrance at the lip of it over here.
Okay. Let me know if you need me to collect any samples for you. What am I talking about?
Well,
so
can I actually? While he says that, I'm actually going to look down and investigate. Are these the samples that we are supposed to be collecting? And just kind of take a deeper look while we're treading through it.
Do me a favor and roll for investigation while you're kneeling down looking right there.
Oh, yeah. No, that'll be 5.
Okay. Can I help him?
Some poor rolls.
Give him the help action.
Let's do it. Let's do
Does
it.
it give me advantage or just...
Yeah, so roll with advantage.
13.
All right. Well, all right. So you are looking through these, picking through them. Some of these look like the bulbs on them are reminiscent to the ones that are alive on the walls around you at this point, that are kind of doing that glow thing. But being in the water, they're not glowing. They've detached, and they look as though they've been wilting and dying. Both of you guys are leaning down looking. So both of you guys, both Altos and Y4, do me a favor and do a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, Jesus.
Dang it. Ulfgrim! Come look at this mushroom!
Join us!
In our pain.
That's a 9.
Not great.
That's a 7.
9, 7. Okay. All right. What you see as you are leaning down looking at your vegetation is the vegetation, but then out of nowhere, almost as if it's a small tidal wave that's coming up over you. As much as you try, the slickness of the rocks kind of knocks you back, and both of you guys are going to be on your butts at this point, not all the way prone, but at least sitting down. As a new player enters the game. What you see pop up in front of you, I'll send you in your text, but what you see is this giant looking octopus covered in spores, covered in fungus and vegetation, one eye just kind of hanging out. It looks like it's been dead for quite a while, and it smells like it's been dead for quite a while as well. So right here, we will roll for initiative.
Oh, no.
So this is like a Lord of the Rings moment. Shit.
Here we go, party poopers. All right. So what you again saw is this giant octopus that came up 7 of its 8 tentaci, we were going to create that word, come out of the water, and they're just flailing about as it scares you and or knocks Y4 and Altos to their butts. And you are in initiative. First up is going to be Y4.
Oh, good. Okay. Altos, what do I do?
Well, I don't know if I can even do anything here.
No, just tell me what I'm doing. What are we doing? What's going on?
There is an octopus about to attack us, and it looks dead.
So
I'm gonna yell, hearing over this. I'm gonna say, "Let's just run into the cave. We can't stand to fight it on its own ground."
Okay.
Run!
Directive recognized. What was that? I start running.
I'm not better than Aragorn.
Okay. You don't like this shit. How bad do we need these fungus?
So
okay, you're running
which way is
past
into
it?
the cave? How deep
right
is
past
the water?
it.
Okay.
The water itself is about 20 feet deep.
Oh God.
The ledge itself is about to your knees, so you'd have to stand up and then do what you're going to do.
You have
Okay.
to run past him.
Yeah, you have to run past it.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay. I'll use my is it action to stand?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll use my movement to hop into the water. I guess because he said deeper into the cave, right? So 1, 2, 3.
Cave's over here, right?
Yeah, the cave is to this way. And I'm clicking.
It's blocking. It's definitely blocking.
Yeah,
the-
this
Oh,
is these
okay.
are
I
the
thought
stairs
we were
entering the
supposed to
cave.
go.
Gotcha. All right. Well, change of plan.
Run past it. Run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think my movement is 25.
Okay, right about there.
Nope, it's 30. So I get up to it.
Okay,
There we go.
all right.
I'm doing it, guys. Just ran right at it.
I made it. It stinks. So, anything else you can or want to do? Y4?
No, sir.
Okay. Your model, does it have olfactory? Is it able to smell that kind of stuff?
I turned off my whatever the sensory, what is it, sense of smell, because he definitely has like receptors for all senses. Yeah.
All right. The Cobalt Killer just sneaks up on the octopus. Next up, we have Altos with Ulfgrim on deck.
Okay. Seeing him run, I am going to stand up as well, and I'm going to heed Alfgrim's idea of running, and I am going to start booking it. I can't dash though, correct? Because I use my action to stand up.
Correct.
Okay. So. And I'm running past it. I think I get to there.
Okay.
I don't know if it gets an opportunity to attack or not.
Yeah. So he's.
Wait, how did you get so far?
I was here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, wait. Yeah, because it's not much. So I'd be like here.
Okay.
Or here, I guess.
You can see that his arms are pretty lengthy. It's if this was a game and not real life, then you would guess it's about a 15-foot reach for his tentacles. Okay, Altos, anything else you can or want to do? Bonus action, anything?
Let me see. Do I have any? I don't think I do. I think that is. I don't have any bonus actions I can use right now. So yeah, we're where we're at.
Okay. Ulfgrim, you are up.
Yeah, I'm going. I round the corner over here. Let me get into my actual guy over here. All right, so I round the corner. Yar, 'tis but a wee kraken. You had me worried for a second. And I'm going to ice shard, and I'm going to target his left side. Oh, whoop. I got a point over here. I'm going to target there. So or ice knife, I guess.
Okay.
So 24 to hit.
Damn it, I had a ice shark joke ready and everything. Damn it. Okay, 27 to hit. Is that what you said?
24.
24. Either way, you hit.
All right. And that is 4 damage, and then it explodes, and then it's got to succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage
Got it.
for every creature within 5 feet. But I shot the left side of it so that.
What is the saving again?
14.
All right. Mr. Zombie Octopus rolls, and he has an 18.
Damn.
It looked really cool, though.
It did. He was impressed as well. You could see from his one good eye that he took it, but still very much looks like he's determined.
All right. And I still have... How much movement do I have? Where's my movement? 30 feet. So I can go here to 3.
Okay.
So
All
getting
right.
all nice and cozy.
Okay. All right. You guys are right up there and right warm and cozy. So Altos and Ulfgrim, this stench that you're smelling is pretty much overbearing. So do me a favor, both of y'all, roll a wisdom saving check. Or sorry, a constitution saving check.
Oh, is that why you were asking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think for all
21,
intents.
baby.
One more time.
Sorry, I was talking over Barney.
All good. I don't know if I have anything that says, I'm immune to.
To stinky stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it just confuses your circuits.
I actually maybe, but I am immune to disease, and
Okay. All right. Somebody got a 10. Who was that?
I'll roll a con saving throw.
Okay. And then Ulfgrim, what did you get?
I got a 21.
Okay. All right. Ulfgrim, being used to living your life among the muck, you just breathe it in and it smells like home. But as for you other two, you are feeling a wee bit woozy. This is going to be affecting your attack and your ability saves for right this minute. Okay. As if you're feeling poison.
Okay. Oh, I have resistance to poison.
To poison? Okay, so then Altos all by yourself. You're feeling that way. Like you have food poisoning from Taco Bell. That's
Nope.
the thing.
Sorry, resistance to poison damage. I can still be poisoned.
Okay. All right. With his, as you're taking this all in, the octopus, seeing these strangers that are at his cave, first strike is going to be going towards Altos. And a 12 to hit, Altos.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Nice.
And then the second hit going towards Ulfgrim. And a 7 to hit.
No.
Yeah. So again, this lumbering behemoth, very much telegraphing his throws enough to where you're able to just dodge and duck out of the way. The tentacles hitting the walls behind you, leaving this funky musk behind you guys. That just as it hits, it's like another explosion of funk in the air. But he does miss on both of those.
Explosion of funk.
An explosion
it.
of funk.
Good band.
Here comes funk.
He is going to move just a bit. Maybe not. Oh, duh. Your DM is an idiot.
No.
He likes touching on too many screens at once.
It's better than touching other things.
That's true. And he just takes a over here as if he's blocking, as if he's out of just pure instinct is trying to keep you out of this cave. Okay, that is his move. Altos, he's kind of at this point encroaching on you. You still have about a 3-foot ledge that you can move on without coming into full contact with him, though. We are back up at the top of the order, and Y4, you are up.
All right. His claw, retractable claw, will shoot down, and out will be his short sword, which is just a slightly longer dagger. And he's going to make an attack. Are we flanking? Do I get advantage?
Certainly do.
Sneak attack.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's roll these. Oh my god. Okay. God damn it. That was a 1 and a 10 on the dice. So that'll be a 10 plus 6. 16 to hit.
All right, you hit.
All right. That'll be 2d6 plus 4. With sneak attack. Oh, big numbies on the dice. Okay, 14.
Total damage.
Yeah, damage. Short sword damage.
Okay. All right. As you got this, what is it called? I'll just say octopus. As you
Kraken?
got this octopus, is it Kraken? Kraken?
What's cracking?
As you penetrate deep inside the gut of this octopus, it's almost as if like a balloon of hot air just whooshes out, along with like pus and dead fish. And
If I could throw up, I would.
but you do some serious damage on it.
Nice.
Anything else you can or want to do?
I'm gonna move slightly around. Oh, I tried to click on the stream. It's hard not to. And I'll just go, kind of over here.
Okay. Were you moving? So if you jump down into the water, is your swimming speed about the same as you're walking?
Oh God. Okay, swimming speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
Okay. All right. Next up is Altos with Ulfgrim on deck.
Okay, so what you guys see right now is Altos's eyes again start to flicker from his blue to just pure white, where the pupils just disappear. He's like, I am not sure what is happening, and he has a little bit more control this time. And he's going to cast Sacred Flame on this disgusting creature.
Wow. Judgmental.
Yeah, a little bit. So I have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. He has a 15.
That'll save. So again, it just kind of whimpers out. Eyes go back to pure normalcy, so they're blue, and then like, well, that didn't work. I thought I had better control over that, and then he's gonna book it. Let's see.
What was that?
I thought I could do what I did before, but apparently I can't. And
You
I'll get
can't?
stuck.
Oh shit.
Okay. Altos, if you're moving that far, you are moving out of his range, and he would get an opportunity attack. Are you good with that?
It's gonna have to be.
Okay. All right. So he is coming in with a swinging attack on you. And we have a 20 to hit. Yeah?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And you're going to be taking 4 yuck damage.
Okay.
All right. So what you guys see, and Altos, what you feel is just this, what feels like a ton of bricks hit you, of soft, squishy bricks, hit you in your back as you're running up the stairs. And it just leaves, you can immediately feel it hit you, and then the suction of the tentacle just leaving what you feel like is going to be a forever bruise.
As I'm running, because as I'm running towards these stairs, do I see anything up in front of me?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah. So anything else you can or want to do, and then I'll kind of open up the what you're okay. What you see, and with his light from his mace, what you all are seeing at this point, there are two, probably about 3 to 4 foot tall, plant-based creatures standing there. They almost look like they're in like a trance of sorts, but they are kind of looking out at what's going on through these milky white eyes. Also, as you make it up the stairs, you start to feel like this rattling in your eardrums as you've stepped on the first step, and right before you got hit, it's just this rattling in the eardrums, and that's what you are experiencing right this minute. Okay.
Am I still poisoned or no? And I probably shouldn't have reminded you.
Yeah, you guys are poisoned. Sorry. I'm a forgetful DM, so.
Okay. If I'm gonna die, I might as well make this interesting.
Make it honest. Ulfgrim, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna take one step towards the foul beast. I'm gonna raise my quarterstaff in the air, and you see the water around my ankles start to ripple and actually just blast up into the staff. And I'm gonna cast my shillelagh, and it gets all cool and marine flavored and magical. And I'm gonna wallop this guy.
All right, let's do it.
All right, does a 17 hit?
17 hits firmly.
All right, sweet. Then, max damage, 12 damage.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
That wisdom
All right.
on the fire, baby.
Almost like a game of whack-a-mole, what you guys see is just this mighty shillelagh come cracking down on this wannabe kraken octopus. It immediately bobs under the water and then just rises slowly back up. But you can see that where it was hit, there's just this huge 3 foot gap in where its missing eye would have been. So it is, again, just it's there, but it looks like it's definitely seen some better days. Anything else you want to do, Ulfgrim?
Yeah, I'll take one more. I guess I'll step there if I'm able to.
Okay.
And I'll say, "Avast, lads, we got him on the run. He be bleeding."
It is the octopus's turn, and he is going to be flailing out at you, Ulfgrim.
You can try.
He's gonna try. Will a 12 hit?
Actually, no.
Okay. All right. So one tentacle coming down, missing you, and then Y4, same kind of thing. Another tentacle, all funky and junky, coming down at you, and will a 13 hit?
Negative.
Okay. All right. Again, so just almost like a little toddler throwing a temper tantrum. It's just boom, boom with these tentacles coming down. It gives off a good show. There's water spewing up in the air and pus and guts and dead fish, but you're not taking any damage. Okay. He is going to make a movement as well. Again, just almost as if being drawn by something beyond his own control. He's following along with you guys.
Shit.
Okay.
It's really up in your grill, Wi-Fi.
It's like, hey. Oh, shit, he is.
Pops open. It's just a hot plate.
Yeah. Here, I'll move them back. While he is doing his movement, at this point, Freddy, what you're hearing or feeling, that rumbling in your ears, that vibration in your eardrum is starting to form into words, but it almost feels like thought, like it's your thought, but you know it's not coming from internally from you. Almost as if there's a little moth in your head. You're feeling these voices, and at this point they're like combating voices, and they're like, "You should go. You do not belong here. You should leave."
I've been told
And,
that once or twice. Never stopped me before.
That's what she said. And we're back up to the order with Y4.
Okay. If I take another swing at this thing. Wait, did it move out of Ulfgrim's range? Or.
No, he's still got the corner next to me, I think.
Yeah, he's still. Damn it. Yeah, he's still.
Like
I'm
3
pointing.
by 3, right?
Yeah, he's still in that corner right there.
All right. So, flanking.
Yeah, definitely. Let's
All
flank
right.
it.
So this time I will roll flat because I am poisoned.
Man.
That's making up for the the other one. That's a 9.
9 to hit. Okay, that one does miss.
Damn. Then. Ulfgrim, are we running? Are we killing it? What are we doing?
I believe that we can silence this fell beast for,
Alright.
for generations to come, even.
We'll silence generations of this fell beast.
Although we
Ow.
have dealt with zombies before that didn't die, so...
I'll just move over there, trusting in the heat of the moment, and that will be my turn.
Okay. As you move up right, hugging those stairs, you too are starting to get this vibration inside of your sensory noggins. And it's more than anything, it just feels like your entire head is vibrating.
Yeah. Y4 is actually immune to vibrations.
Oh, poor Y4.
Just kidding.
There goes your Friday night.
He has a vibration attachment.
He has good shocks. So.
Is that called a vibrator?
You tell me.
Altos, you are up. Ulfgrim, you're on deck.
I'm 4 years old and vibrator jokes get me.
Vibrator?
Alright.
I hardly know her.
Classic.
All right, so I am going to again just trying to like channel that energy that memory of being able to cast Sacred Flame, and I again am going to do the symbol, and my eyes are going to turn white. I'm going to try again. Need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. And Mr. Octopus gets a 16 this time.
Yeah, it's going to save. So I'm just going to start like smacking my head and being like, what the is wrong with me? And I am going to back up on the steps, and I see you said there's 2 creatures right here, or are they just mushrooms? Sorry.
If you back up, he has a 15-foot range. You would be backing up out of his range. Is that what you want to do?
Not completely out of his range, so I think I'm 10 feet right now where I backed up to him, like in
10,
between.
15. I have you out of his range.
Oh,
here at this
you know,
minute.
you are totally. Wait, what the hell? Why does it look different on roll 20?
Just refresh.
Okay. All right.
Am I good?
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah, as you are opening up more of that light into that cave, your eyes are adjusting to the point where you can see like a little pond in there. You're seeing that it's covered in vegetation from floor to ceiling, and it is attractive inside of there. Probably about 2 to 3 inches of standing water in the entrance that you're getting to. The 2, what you can assume are the Myconids, the Terry Mayo Myconids, are still just kind of in a trance right now, but you are still being bombarded with 2 different voices that sound almost juvenile. Again, just, you should not be here. You should turn away now. That kind of thing.
Does it sound like a male or a female voice in my head?
Are you gonna flirt, or let's just say
Is
one's
it a
female
hot
and one's male?
voice?
Let's go with this. Let's run this gauntlet.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to go there.
Okay, Ulfgrim, you are up.
So can I do an investigation, or I'm not sure what this would be, but I I'll tell you what I want to do, and you tell me what I'm going to check, or if I can.
Okay.
I want to see if it's the same kind of like otherworldly thing powering this as the gnomes that we encountered earlier. Like,
Okay.
do I get the sense that this is kind of like the same sort of zombie?
Okay. All right.
I just want to know whether I can beat it, because like the last time we walloped on those things, even though I had my magical shillelagh, and it didn't do much against the zombies.
Right. Tell you what, for this, I'll give you a choice. You can either do for Arcana or Religion, whichever one you would like to do, and we'll roll with it that way.
I'm even in both, so let's do Arcana.
Okay.
Well, I got a 6.
Got it.
Jeez, every
Rolling
time.
You're definitely seeing that there's some similarities and some differences.
For one, this is an octopus.
Yeah. But as far as anything directly sticking out to you, saying "aha," there's nothing.
All right. Well, I will not mention my ignorance to everybody else, and I'm gonna shillelagh this guy. So, roll for attack, and I rolled an 11.
Straight 11 hits.
Nice. All right. Let's see some damage. 1, so 5 damage.
Oh, all right. Okay, all right. Just like a woodsman, Ulfgrim again takes his shillelagh, this magical weapon, and again in the same spot that he hit, just makes another foot indentation into this octopus's skull. And it is looking more and more like deformed meat than an actual animal at this point. It is looking pretty bad. Anything else you can or want to do, Ulfgrim?
I'm gonna hurl insults at it.
Okay, all right. That never hurts anything, yeah.
Well, if I was a bard, maybe it might hurt.
Okay. All right. All right. It is Octopus's turn, but before that, again, just Altos and Y4. Y4, you're starting to hear these voices. It's more than a vibration now. More than a vibration. You're actually hearing voices, and it is more like again, more of the same repetitive. You should get out. You need to leave. You're not welcome. That kind of thing.
Shut up back there, Ulfgrim. I mean, Altos.
Again, so you have this octopus that's going to be swinging wildly at twice. First one is going to be going to Ulfgrim and hitting with a 10, which I know does not hit. And then again swinging over at Y4. And we have an 11 to hit, which I know does not hit. This poor octopus he's seen better days.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, right.
Except the Altos.
With this last blow to his head has kind of put him on stop, and he's not making a motion right now. If anything, he's just kind of waving and bobbing up and down with the waves, but he is still alive. Top of the order is Y4 with Altos on deck.
Clocking the indentations on the head, Y4 is going to try what Ulfgrim has been doing, but a little different, and he's going to try and stab it.
Okay.
And that'll be, come on, a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
All right. Is that a... All right. Wait. Okay. Help me out here, DM. Sneak attack says once per turn you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to a creature you hit with an attack with finesse, blah, 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 if you have advantage on the attack roll. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. Oh, okay. So I can sneak attack it. Is that right?
I think that we're going to revert back to you were rolling flat because you're poisoned.
Right. It says if you have another enemy of the target, which would be me, right?
Which would be Ulfgrim.
Got it.
Who is within 5 feet. And as long as he's not incapacitated.
Yeah, then you got it.
Okay, cool. Then I will hit it with the extra d6. Hell yes. That is going to be a 15.
All right. Yep. Very much.
Straight to the octo head.
All right. What was that? Was that the damage, or was that the roll?
15 damage. It was
15
a 22 on the roll.
Got it. Sorry, I missed that. I was like, roll for some fucking damage. I don't know.
I'm the problem.
Are you coming down with like a shra or a stab? A stab or a swipe?
Short sword is piercing damage, so Y4 would be more like straight
All right.
into the indentation.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Y4, you go deep inside this squishy beast.
For the second
all the
time
way.
today.
Not only does your short sword attachment go in, but half of your arm goes inside of this octopus and just pulls out and just thunk all along your arm and the sword as it withdraws. And you can see that half of this octopus's face is just sliding completely off, leaving just bits of bone and mush, and then the one working eye on the other side. This thing is looking very, very bad.
Okay, so it's still moving.
Still moving, but it's looking very bad.
This is, you can't even make this poke anymore.
Maybe like spicy tuna poke. It's like
Maybe.
Anything else you can or want to do?
I'm chilling. I like where I'm at.
All right. Altos, the Redeemer, you are up.
Well, third time's the charm. So I am going to kneel down and like kind of gladiator style pick up some dirt and like rub it around my hands, thinking it has something to do with why I have these powers that are kind of like coming to me. And I'm just gonna really focus, close my eyes, and I'm gonna try to cast Sacred Flame for a third time.
All right. Let's do it. I have a 10.
That will hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa!
Let's do some damage, Frederick.
So my
Or
eyes,
Altos.
my eyes flash open. They are pure white and almost like glowing. My hand does this like somatic thing, just tracing some sign in the air, and then I just cast this light out at you, and we will do better than nothing. 3 damage.
All right. Altos, the Redeemer, enlighten us on how you killed this beast.
Wow.
Nice.
So you guys will never know that was a 3. So flame-like radiance descends from my palm of my hand. My eyes are pure white, almost kind of like a kamehameha, engulfing the creature's left side or wherever the remaining eye, and it just singes through and then out the back, and the light goes out, and then it all goes blank and dissipates, and my eyes go back to normal, and then it's just a hole, and it slumps down and dies.
All right, and that's exactly what you see.
Whoa. That
you
was
are-
dope.
You are out of
Nope.
initiative.
Didn't know I can do that.
Nice.
But, we'll roll.
You never do. Yar, it seems like you never do.
I'll be honest, this is all new to me. Since we stepped foot on this island, I've been able to do these things that I've never been able to do. I know magic exists, but I've never been one to be able to do it. So
Perhaps you're having some sort of ancient power awakening in you. I know for me, I had a similar experience. But that's for another day. Let's...
I am interested to dive into that. Maybe I can learn something from you.
Not today. Let's look at these, and I'm gonna stare up at these fungal creatures that are just kind of sitting in a daze and go,
Your mic went out.
It did. Y4 is just a little jealous that Altos and Ulfgrim have something in common.
We're best friends, by the way. So
I'm gonna bring out the
Three
red
bet.
sash
okay.
and that we were given, and be like, "We mean no harm. We're friends of Turok, and we have
Okay.
come in peace."
All right. Come in peace. As you hold it up, the voices stop. The voices that you've been hearing stop, and you do see some larger, what you now know are the Myconids, the Myconids, coming up. And again, all in a hive mind. Now you're hearing 4 voices instead of the 2, and they're all kind of in your head. You hold up the sash of the mighty Turok. How did you get this?
We have slain him. No, I'm just kidding. He's a buddy of ours. He had to stop and go back to the town. He wanted us to come here as we were to collect things for health potions and also to have a conversation with... Hold, please.
Your seaman.
Sonara?
Sanara.
Senensa.
Senensa. Yes, Senensa. Yar, the sea spawn.
The sea
That's the
spawn.
one.
Well, first things first, thank you for dispatching of Senensa's summoned octopus. It has been quite out of control since Senensa fell ill. Well, Senensa is not what he used to be. Perhaps you can be of assistance with that as well. If you don't mind, follow me.
Couldn't you guys just made him a health potion or something? Aren't you made of those?
We have the ingredients, but not the knowledge. We rely on Turok for that.
Speaking of ingredients, do you have any of them that we might be able to bring back to Turok on you, handy?
Right.
Yes, we have many. Our entire cave is a harvest of these ingredients.
This stuff right here on the ground?
Yes.
I'm gonna just start picking it up.
I'm gonna elbow Altos and be like, "Read a room, man." As the message I'm sending kind of.
I must warn you, Altos, and the taller, the Myconid that's standing in front of you, gestures toward the ceiling. And if you look up, you do see that it seems like the ceiling is moving a bit, but not like the flashing of the orbs. It's more like wings that are fluttering now and then, like bats almost. We encourage silence. We encourage peace within the caves, as to not disturb the sturges.
Mum's the word.
Senensa is here, and I can fill you in on a bit of what our problems are. We asked Turok to stay away, and he's leading you through this cave if you want to follow him. But it's basically it's a connection of caves dug out, and that orange mist that you saw above is throughout this cave as well. And the deeper you go through the cave, the more intense the smell is, the more intense. Like if you run your hand, it's almost as if it's like fog juice from Halloween. You can manipulate the gas in the air.
Well, can you guys smell this stuff?
Smells like sulfur.
It doesn't affect us as much as it affects Senensa. He and our fear was that Turok would have fallen ill. That's why we instructed him not to return. That it will affect humanoids, us. It has sent many of our younger youth into a trance-like state. Myself, the older Myconids, and we carry Senensa down to the waters to purify him daily, or else he too would perish. As he's leading you through, he is walking over to... Damn you. Wrong screen. The the upper part of the cave. I think I just moved him out of y'all's eyesight.
You did.
There we go.
Like over here on the right.
Yeah, just right here. Sorry, left. Sorry. Where Y4 is.
Red or
And what you guys are seeing as you're going around are basically it's the same kind of thing, just on repeat. There are many youth or smaller Myconids that are just standing in a trance. The closer you get, or the further you get into the cave, the thicker that orange gas is, and the harder it is to really breathe. It's not affecting you to the point where you feel like you should turn back or you're in danger, but it is a very noticeable thing.
Can I take a harder look at these Myconids that are in a trance
Sure.
and like just see like, you know, are they there or like what's
So when you even as the main Mycid, whose name is Molin, as he's speaking, you are hearing these other voices as you pass. It seems as though as the further away you get from some of them, you stop hearing their voice, and it's almost like a walkthrough. So it's almost in stereo. As you walk past them, of course, their voices start to fade, and then until you just don't hear them. The closer you get to them, the more intense their voice gets. So even the ones that are in a trance, like these young ones, you are hearing their voice, and it's a mixture of, "You should not be here. It is dangerous here," and "Thank you for dispatching of the octopus," and "Are you here to save Sinensa?" That kind of thing.
Can I try to respond to these voices?
Yeah,
In my
of course.
head?
Yeah.
Why is it dangerous? I'll say like internally.
The gases of Sharuth fill the caves now.
Do you know how to be rid of it?
By unblocking the vents.
Where are they located?
In the Crystal Cave.
Are we on the path?
You are.
All right, I will. Who's our tour guide? What's his name?
His name is Molin.
Molin, give me a moment. I need to talk to my friends really quick.
Of course.
Hello.
I'm actually going to, because knowing that they're kind of in my mind, I'm going to write down. I'm going to pull up parchment and write down what was just said to me, and relate that to the party. That way, not by saying it or whispering it, by writing it.
Okay. Should I read it out loud or?
Definitely don't read this out loud. And then I'll just kind of write on the paper. We need to obviously clear the vents to get Sharuth gas out. And while I'm writing this out, I'm going to try to communicate with them again and be like, how long was it until you were infected or became like this?
It's been this way since the other men with red sashes came. Roughly 2 weeks ago.
Was it instant?
Over time, the gas built up.
How long do we have?
Sinensa fell ill within a day and then was unconscious within a week.
Is it a red sash like we have?
Yes, but we know this one to be Tarak's because he gave half to Sinensa as a peace offering, but the others did not. The others came and they promised things that they did not deliver, and instead did unthinkable things in the Crystal Cave.
Were they human?
Yes.
And what unspeakable things did they do? Jesus Christ,
Molden looks at Ulfgrim like, yeah, damn.
Unspeakable. It's the only thing they could have done.
Technically, you're not speaking, right? If he's in your head.
It appears they were trying to summon Sharuth.
Summon? Like awaken?
Sharuth has been awake.
And from my knowledge of Sharuth, is one with the island, correct?
Sharuth. Are you asking me or the Molan?
I'm asking the DM, sorry.
DM, from what you know and from what you've heard, Sharuth was buried at the bottom of the ocean, and this is the final resting place.
So Sharuth's alive.
Well, of course, that's why Renara has placed us here as guardians of his tomb, to ensure that he never makes it back to the surface.
And how do you keep him caged?
By ensuring that the gases that he emits do not build and explode.
Like the volcano.
Precisely.
So you need the vents.
Yes, I mean, we need the vents cleared to awaken Sinensa. But he is our leader de facto, and he's been a good leader. We do not wish for him to die, even though he is not one of us. And to ensure that Sharuth remains at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay, I'm going to relay all this information to the party, whispering it this time. So Sharuth is alive, and...
Yes, Sharuth is alive. If you're whispering, I can hear.
Well, this is all information that you just talked about, right, with him? So, I mean,
Yeah.
like, he knows that.
Yeah.
Why are we whispering if it's just what you were talking about?
Well, I just
Yeah,
don't want
everything
them
that was being said, you guys heard everything.
Oh.
So it wasn't a
Wait, they're
conversation-
talking, not telepathing?
It's telepathic, but it's all you're hearing it all.
It's like area of effect telepathy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a hive mind.
Yar Altos, we know you're telling us what we already heard. I appreciate your insistence, though. We did hear this.
I'll rip
So-
out the paper I was writing on and just like throw it on the ground. Well, that was a complete waste of time.
It was a great
I was
effort.
going to
though.
mansplain this, but
Why are the vents blocked? How can we? Why can't you unblock them?
Yeah, what you been feeding them?
the Red Sash men, they failed in their summoning of Sharuth, but it doesn't mean they failed in summoning something. Sinensa, before he fell ill and then fell unconscious, believes that it's a beast from the fire plane that is hatched and blocking the vents.
All right.
Oh,
Well-
just a little scamp, huh?
Do we want to focus on? Well, why don't we let them lead us to Sinensa? We can see what we can do for him, and then we can see about unblocking the vents. Or do you want to
That's
go in the opposite?
Are
order?
the men with red sashes still here?
No, they left when the crystal cave became unbearable for them. The heat, the intensity in there is quite hot. It didn't kill anyone, but it was quite hot for them. We cannot go in there. It's much too hot for us.
So basically, we have a day in this cave before we become like you.
Well, before you become like Sinensa.
Well, best be carrying on.
Altos, did you think that the mushroom people were people before they were mushroom people?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, just curious. How do you think that they turned into mushrooms by inhaling sulfur?
Maybe we should take a sample.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Can I lean over to one of the mushroom people and I want to say, can you gather? Yar, I am skilled in the arts of medicine. I learned upon the seas of how to heal people who are just as ill as Sinensa. Can you go and gather everything we would need for a healing poultice or potion? And as we will attend him and we will see fit to heal him as best as we can, and then we will rid this cave of the fire beast scourge that's clogging up the vents.
Yes, of course. And then you hear, of course, I forgot his name already. Molin, giving direction to some of the other adults to go and gather the fungus, go and gather the red spores, and bring them to Sinensa. And he says again, we know not how to create a healing potion, but if you can, then it would be greatly appreciated.
I'll do my best. All right. Yar, now lead us to Sinensa. We will do what we can.
Okay. All right. So he is going up. And then for those playing along, he will be going up and to the right. So in this carve out here, you see a collection of Myconids, and they're all surrounding a figure. It is a humanoid figure. He is clearly Sinensa. He has fish feature or oceanic features, and I'll send again a picture of it.
Sorry, was that a slur?
Whoa. But he is laid out. He's covered in moist plants, and you can see that there's buckets and buckets full of water with these plants on them, and you see the Myconids that are covering his body with them, and then interchanging them with wet plants. He does look like he's been drying out quite a bit.
Okay. I want to approach him, and can I do a well, I guess... Can I do an investigation check to see if I can understand what's going wrong with him, or would that be medicine or nature?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a nature. Let's do a nature.
Do you feel like we should do anything else? All right,
You're asking me?
13.
Okay. So you're the one that's kneeling next to him. I will say this for you, Ulfgrim. You are feeling a connection more so than you would than you felt before. So do me a favor, roll with advantage on this one.
Nice. There we go. Don't screw me. Well, I rolled less. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, you did. That was the dice screwing you. That was the voice there. Okay, but still. So you're not getting a full picture. You can see that he's obviously in distress. Ragged breathing and just real shallow in places. Jerking motions, that kind of thing. Lips cracked, dried out. The water, when it's put on top of him, kind of beads up. So it looks like he is right at the doorstep of death. And that's pretty much what you see.
I'm going to lean over my shoulder and say, Altos, they teach you anything about medicine or diagnosing these diseases in that ivory tower library of yours? Nope. No.
They have not taught me about medicine at all. However, maybe let me take a look here. And I'm going to look through my inventory.
Molin speaks. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I don't have anything that might be able to help us in this, but if we go into an area where it's built by something, maybe I'd be better service.
All right, I'm gonna take out my herbalism kit, and I assume are there any Myconids that are grabbing me stuff nearby?
Yeah, so Molin is approaching you from behind, and he has an armful of these red fungus. They are bright red. The ones that have been picked and brought to you still have that glow and kind of that breathing heartbeat type light to them, and gives them to you. These are the spores and the fungus that Turok uses to create the healing potion. I will tell you, Sinensa, these will help, but they will not cure. Sinensa said the only thing that will help him is to clear the vents.
All right, well, I guess I guess we'll have to clear the vents before we talk to him, but I'll do my best to make a healing potion and give it to him anyway.
Okay.
Yar, it may not solve the issue, but it'll get him closer or further away from death's door. So I'll do my best to at least get him a healing potion. I am proficient in the herbalism kit.
Ulfgrim, perhaps you might be able to use me as a guinea pig for this healing potion.
We're also
Me
poisoned,
first.
so if you could whip us up like an anti-poison thing, that'd be cool too.
Oh, I can make antitoxin. Do I have the necessary things for it?
I'm always cool with you guys being able to gather your components and say that you have them. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well,
I have a portobello mushroom here.
I look in my herbalist kit. I see between the clippings that I have previously and the things that the Myconids have brought me that I have everything I need to make some good stuff. So I'm gonna
Within reason. Within reason.
Yeah. I'm gonna try making 2 antitoxins and 2 healing potions.
Okay. Let's do it.
What do I roll for?
Let's do you're using your herbalism kit?
Yeah. Which I
Okay.
have proficiency with.
Okay. Well, let's roll that one and see. Roll it as a collective. I won't make you do one at a time or anything like that. Unless
Okay.
you want to do one at a time.
No, that's fine. Hold, please. How did you do the custom roll?
Dice in the lower left-hand corner.
Ah, I see that. Okay, well,
Oh my
I got
God.
2 20s and a 7 and a 4.
Okay.
I
right.
am proficient, so I don't know what you want to apply those to.
Okay. Tell you what, let's
So
with the urgency that you had, I unless you think otherwise, I would say that you were working on the healing potions first and the poisoning second. But again, you would be the one to tell me.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Can I assist? I'm actually proficient in medicine.
Nah, we won't backtrack. We won't backtrack.
Just found out.
I just realized, guys.
It's like, I don't know a single thing. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And you're like, that's wrong. That's wrong.
I'm actually a doctor in herbalism, so I didn't.
I just, it's like, is anybody here a doctor on a plane? And the guy's like, nope. I'm actually a surgeon.
someone starts doing CPR and he's like, "You're not doing it right."
No, it's
I
20
don't know.
compressions
Sorry.
and then 7 mouths to mouth.
So which ones are you?
Let's just say I make one of each.
One of
Let's
each.
make it
Okay,
fun.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. As you've been loading, making your stuff, you are seeing the Myconids transferring Sinensa from his resting place with the plants on him over to like this makeshift gurney looking thing that they're putting him on. If you're going to give him the healing potion, you should do it now. We are going to be placing him in the waters of the waterfall for about an hour.
I'm going to look at Altos and be like, here's your healing potion.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, no, sorry. I was giving it to Sinensa. He's dying. You're not.
I'm half dying.
Well, you're a cleric. Figure it out.
Okay. All right. Let me see.
If I came up here and made a healing potion and just gave it to my friend instead of the person who's dying here, this is not going to happen. Even as a true neutral character, it's
It's fair.
Tell Sinensa it worked. Yes. So as you are kind of pouring this into his mouth, and you are seeing some of the cracks kind of start to look a little more fleshy. The skin, the color, look a little bit more to his normal green that you might imagine he would look like. This ingrained connection that you are feeling a little bit warmer. You are seeing that he's moving. He's not opening his eyes or anything like that, but he is kind of moving, and it's not so much in a distress type way. It's more of in a relief kind of a way. We are going to be moving him to the waters. He has to be submerged at least an hour, and that's what's been keeping him alive so far. We can't help you in the Crystal Cave, but we can definitely keep the Sturges away from you.
Sturges?
It's the first I've heard of a sturge.
No,
That's the flappy
Have
things?
That was the flappy things on the top of the seal, yeah. That's why you're quiet in the caves.
That makes sense.
Well, thank you kindly. Return him to the waterfall, and we shall... Which direction to further down the cave to the vents?
Molin will, one of the Myconids again, it just speaks up. And it's like, I will lead the way, but I can't join you in there.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, thanks for the recap.
You don't say. This is news to me.
So one of the Myconids does begin his lumbering walk towards the left, and if you're following him, he stops short of these other two who are standing guard at this small entrance, stepping out of the way, and he just does one of these entrance, like inside is the Crystal Cave.
So what kind of crystals are we talking about? Like geodes or like magic crystals?
Molin speaks up as he's walking by, and he does say, "This is our obsidian cave," and other voices are that you're hearing are sacred crystals. It's crystals of Sharuth, crystals of Stormwreck, and then Molin is the voice that's kind of sticking out the most. They are obsidian crystals. There is a tall obelisk pillar in there that is an obelisk of worship, but at the top of it sits an egg made of what seems like direct sunlight.
An egg?
An egg.
Made of direct sunlight? How do you get any sunlight down here?
Well, again, this is coming from the Red Sash men. As they were leaving, we do not dare go in there. The closer we get, the weaker we get.
Molan, why aren't you like your friends, comatose?
I'm many years older.
So age, the older you are, the more resistant you are to Sharuth?
It seems as though, at least to the gas.
Is there anybody else like you, or is it just you left?
Right now, it's just I seem to be the highest functioning of the group.
So there's no one to aid us in going into the crystal besides yourself, correct? But you're not coming.
No, we don't leave the cave unless it's night, and then the heat, the intensity of the heat in the Crystal Cave, it's certain death.
I'm going to slap Altos on the back and say, "What's the matter, Altos? You afraid of a little danger in a cave, or would you rather be back in your library surrounded by your books?"
I'm fine to carry on. I was just more so wondering why they don't take or leave the cave now that the octopus has been rendered, useless.
It is our duty to protect the cave. We do not leave the cave.
That makes sense. Okay. But perhaps protect it from fresh air out in the front.
Protect it from afar.
All right. So I'll be like, well, let's do this. And I'll just kind of lead the way into the...
Oh, wait. Before we go
You're going to
in.
lead the way?
Well,
You're injured.
I am an idiot.
Yeah, that was gonna be one thing, and we're also under the weather. I saw Ulfgrim, you made something there. Maybe.
All right, I do have a single vial that from the materials I brought with me and the ones that the Myconids brought. I was able to make a single vial of antivenom.
Well, I have a little needle. I pull out like a hypodermic needle attachment and a syringe. I can administer this to you, Altos. You probably need it. You seem like you've been seeing a lot more of the shit than us.
Yeah, half my face is or excuse me, my back is just bruised from that slap from the tentacle. So I'm kind of a little hunched right now, in a lot of pain.
I'm going to hand the vial to Altos and say, no needles are necessary.
Oh,
Just slick her back.
no fun. It acts faster if it goes directly into the bloodstream. Never mind.
I'll be like, well, I trust you, Y4, and I'll hand you the vial.
Oh my god.
All right, turn around.
In the
It has
butt.
to be administered anally, though.
Oh, here we go. I pulled down my pants.
No, it just goes in your back fat. It's fine. Don't you get weird now over here.
Right in the love handle. Got it.
Here you
The
go.
Myconids are all just staring at you at this point.
Like,
Pull your pants up, boy.
Okay.
I pull them up.
Okay. Did y'all take the potions that you had?
Yeah, I'm still poisoned.
Okay. All right. What are y'all doing?
journeying into the cave.
Okay. All right.
Could you lead us into the cave?
Yeah, I'll lead. I'll take point.
I'll shine my lights directly behind him, seeing as none of us have dark vision, if I recall.
Nope. Just
Does
regular old human.
anybody actually need a light? I have an extra light.
I can answer that question. So the deeper you get into this portion of the cave, the intensity, the heat that they were talking about is pretty palpable. It almost goes from high 80s throughout the rest of the cave to instantly about a 120, 130 in this part of the cave. It is pretty well lit, so we'll make it so. In the cave itself, the obelisk, you would have a straight side of it, but the intensity of the light is coming from this area right here. And what you are seeing is about a 10-foot onyx to a dark black looking obelisk pointed in the, sorry, I keep pointing at the screen instead of doing my marker. Right there, guys. Built into the wall there. Running down it almost like lava from an egg that's about the size of a very large basketball. Lava running out of that egg, and the heat that is just emanating off of that egg is very, very intense. And that's what you see.
So wait, the egg is over here with lava pouring out of it?
Mm-hmm. In trickles, not in a flow, but just in trickles, almost like with every drop that falls, it's making an orange groove into this obelisk.
Okay. Obelisk. Is there anything over here?
Wall. All you're seeing around you right now is wall. You are noticing that there's no sturges in this area.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna draw Y4 in, and I'm gonna say, Y4. I believe that they said there was some sort of fire beast demon in here, and I believe that you might be the most small and concealable of the bunch. Do you want to go ahead and take point and maybe sneak about and perhaps find this foul creature?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I'll do my best. And then I roll forward to go and scout out the area.
Okay. Are you moving stealthily?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Y4, the closer that you get to that show up, to that area, you are seeing again what was described, but you're seeing that at the top of this egg, there's very much a crack and an opening to where this egg is already hatched. And you are able to see that there's movement, almost like a slithering type movement from within the egg. And with every movement, another couple drops of lava just kind of spill out of this egg onto the obelisk, onto the floor.
The obelisk is what, like a giant obsidian block?
Yeah, it's a giant obsidian point that's about 10 feet up. And so about 10 feet on top of this obelisk is that round egg.
Gotcha. All right, I will slowly start rolling back on my all-terrain tire, and once I get closer to the group, all right. Instead of talking, I just quickly point at my display and show a little Etch-a-Sketch, and I try to draw an egg on top of a rock that is leaking lava with a little tail and some arrows pointing at the tail.
Can you act that out, Barney? With the...
That's what it would look like. For all of you watching.
After seeing his Etch-a-Sketch, I'm gonna like wipe the sweat away from my brow. 'Cause I'm starting to get hot, and take my hat off and start fanning myself. And look at the two of you and be like, so what is our course of action? Do we see any kind of vents in here or creatures?
I think we just have to kill this creature that inhabits the egg.
It's causing the disturbance.
So there's a creature in the egg.
It's judged by this fine art that's been sketched out by Y4. That's what I take it to be.
How fine is the art? Oh my god!
It's a rough sketch.
Look, I'm working on it. Okay, I've got a long way to go. That sketch is a mastery.
I've seen better. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen better.
10,000 hours.
I'm just staring at his at Y4's chest and being like, "Oh, I see it now."
That's a tail and an egg. That's not cock and balls, right? That's.
I thought it was an ice cream cone, personally.
Shake myself and erase the sketch.
All right, so I say we try to be as stealthy as possible. We get the jump on it, and we just start walloping it like we just did the octopus out there.
But it's in an egg, right? It's in the egg?
Just aim for the egg. The egg is the weakest
protective
part.
egg. It's not made of iron, right?
Yeah, it's just shell.
What if we,
And everyone knows shells are weak.
Can we see the egg from this vantage point, or do we have to move closer?
You can see it. I mean, the light is pretty intense. If anything, you would almost have to like kind of look at it like as if you were looking at the sun and kind of like shield it a bit. But your eyes are adjusting. So yes, you do see the egg. You do see it's at the top of this 10-foot obelisk. The egg itself is about roughly the size of a very big basketball. And it's kind of wedged between the obelisk and the top of the ceiling in that area. And you can see that just there's slivers of orange gas that are trying to get out. But the egg looks like it is blocking the vent.
Yeah, we need to move that egg.
And there's ooze coming from the egg, or is it coming from? Just to make sure I'm clarifying this.
Mm-hmm. The lava is with the movement from inside the egg. There's drops of lava that are spilling out of this egg onto the ground and onto the obelisk itself.
Let's break this fucking egg.
I want to make an omelet.
All right.
Gotta break a few eggs.
We'll laugh it up.
So I'm gonna kind of motion maybe for people to kind of come to this, because the egg is over here, right? So we're kind of obscured by it.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. And you're not seeing an actual body, you're seeing like a silhouette of something. Whatever's inside of there hasn't recognized it, that you're there.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna kind of motion around and like make hand signals to kind of be like, let's go around, and then if somebody's listening to audio, I'm making gratuitous motions with my hands, like we're sneaking around, and then I'm gonna smack it.
Okay. All right. Do your worst.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go kind of like get everybody together.
Let's surprise this thing.
I'm gonna do. Why don't we do a countdown on 3?
Wait. What if we... Tell me.
Wait, do you want to count up?
No.
We can count up if you like.
What if we circle it and get from different vantage points, so that way if something comes out, we're not all in a circle here.
But what if it sees us before we run over there? I say we run over there, we all surround it, and then we start beating it.
Well, do we all have anything ranged? Maybe we can shoot it and draw it out of the egg first. I got a crossbow.
That's what I'm thinking. I have hand axes.
It's nothing like my gun.
I have a
No,
sling, but I much
I
prefer
have a-
my...
I have a crossbow, actually.
I also prefer my weapon, but maybe we can get the drop on it before switching weapons.
I can try.
Do you
doing
want to maybe
that.
sneak up on it, Y4, and then we can jump out after you hit it?
I like that idea.
Yeah,
What?
you're quite sneaky, I've noticed. I don't know how. You make all these whirring noises as you move around. It's quite surprising how stealthy you are.
It's a noise canceling technology.
It's like white noise.
I'm gonna ready my crossbow, and I'm gonna. Who else, you said? So you're gonna sneak up then, Y4, or
Yeah, you guys get ready to...
do you have a ranged attack?
I do, but I'm just gonna stab it.
What about Ulfgrim? Do you have a ranged attack?
I'm just going to hit it after he hits it.
I mean,
This is
should
a
we
good
hide
plan.
behind? We should hide behind these rocks and then shoot it.
I'm gonna stab it.
I agree. You should stab it.
It's pretty high up there, though.
How high is it?
Is it?
It's so it's on top of the obelisk. The obelisk is 10 feet high. So it's 10 feet and change above you, with lava dripping down.
Lava dripping down.
Lava.
I mean, no offense, Y4, but I don't know if you can reach.
Well,
All right,
not
change of
this
plan
body.
that I've come up all on my own. Why don't we use ranged weapons?
I love it. Yeah. I'll get my crossbow and we can all shoot it from afar and then try
That's
to
a great
move.
idea, Y4. Why didn't somebody think of that before?
I don't know. That's great stuff. All right.
Seems like a no-brainer.
Wait, I thought you couldn't be in here, Malone.
DM, I have to get rid of my shield, though, correct? If I'm going to be using a ranged...
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Okay, look at your character sheet.
All right, I guess I'll get my sling out.
On 3 or off 3?
Well, that's all.
On 3.
The
all
range of a crossbow is how long? It is...
No, off 3.
Off 3.
Like counting
80
down
feet.
from 3.
Oh, gotcha.
3,
Okay, good.
2,
Well, let's,
1,
I'm gonna.
go.
Because if you had said 3,
wait,
that
wait,
would,
wait. Let's all
Yeah,
get
no.
into
Go on,
position.
go.
All right, so
I'm
do me a
gonna say
favor. All
after-
3 of y'all roll a stealth check real quick.
all right.
I guess we're all. Damn it.
I'm gonna try to go
Nice.
around this way.
Okay.
All right.
19.
I'll take it.
That 34 is your stealth check?
No.
Oh.
I rolled with disadvantage and I got a nat 20 and a 14. So it's 14 plus 8, which is 22.
Okay. All right.
I can't hit a 34 yet. Get me to level 3. We'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
Let's do some damage, yeah. All right. What are we doing?
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And there it is.
I think we're in position.
Okay.
Wait, where's Altos?
I'm in position.
All right. With that stealth check, I'm going to give one person the chance to fire. But there is movement inside the egg. Someone has caught the attention of whatever's inside of it. But if somebody would like to shoot off or get an attack off, then I'm good with that.
Go for it, Y4.
All right. Okay. Oops. That's going to be a 10. Actually, that's going to be an 8.
An 8. Okay. All right.
Forgot the disadvantage. Damn it.
Almost as if it's being repulsed back by some invisible force, which it's not. The arrow goes, but then just kind of dies as it hits the right below the egg.
Think. Quick, hide! Quick! It didn't see us yet.
The tink and the failed stealth. What you do see emerge is a what looks like is a snake that is engulfed in flames. You can tell that this snake is a bit of a juvenile, and I'll send it in the chat as well. But it's still pretty formidable. It's about the same size as Y4 when it's extended out, but it is covered in flame, lava dripping from its fangs, and it does see you, Altos.
Am I half covered? I was trying to take half cover behind this rock.
Sorry. If you were to take a step back, I think we could do some cover there. But let's roll for initiative first. So leading the top of the order for us in this mighty battle duel against this fire plane looking fire snake. Ulfgrim, you are up. Y4, you are on deck.
It is me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is 1 out of my reach. All right. Well, I will take the sling that's already in my hand, and I'm gonna sling him.
Let's do it.
All right. Does an 11 hit?
It does not. So the sling, the rock, whatever you were using, it's again almost like this force, this heat is so intense that the rock just kind of dies before it gets to it.
Don't love that. All right. Well, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll kind of cower behind this. I mean, heroically hide behind this rock.
Okay. Y4, you're up. Altos on deck.
I am also going to, let's see. First, I'm going to step out and take my shot with my crossbow.
Okay.
Please. Disadvantage. Damn it. That's another 8 to hit. And I'm going to go, blast! And then run also over to everyone else's rock and be like, scoot over.
All right. Whether it's the sweat from your palms or just the intensity of the heat, you guys are not, your aim is not true right this minute. Altos, you are up.
All right. I am going to step forward a little bit here, and I'm going to shoot my crossbow. $14 to hit.
14 hits.
All right, and that'll be 4 piercing damage.
Nice.
Then I'll take a step back and take half cover here.
Okay.
And reload.
All right. What you do see with this arrow that's causing piercing damage is that it hits true, but almost as if it's hitting it and then just instantly bursting into flames. The fire snake takes damage, but it doesn't appear though it's taking as true damage as you would expect it to.
Don't love that.
Not a big fan.
All right. It is the fire snake. Altos, anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it. I'm just going to take. Well, now that I see that the flame that didn't do that much, I'm actually going to take full cover here.
I'm gonna get behind Y4 and Ulfgren and push them forward. Okay. All right. Our friend the fire snake is going to be on the move. Maybe, perhaps.
Moves. If it moves, it bleeds.
Thank you, Jesse, the body of intro.
I thought that was.
Go ahead.
I thought that was some kind of sailor's euphemism.
All right.
Idiom. That's the word.
Idiom.
It makes its move there, and what all three of you are feeling is as this fire snake makes its turn around this boulder that you've been using as shelter, the heat is just if it's close to 150, then you would not disagree. Very hot in this room right now, and the closer you get to it, the more intense that heat gets. It is going to be lashing out at Ulfgrim with a tail swipe and 21 to hit. Ulfgrim.
Yeah, that'll hit. Not elemental, just a tail swipe.
It is a tail swipe, and you will be taking 2 points of fire damage.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. All right. With that, it just kind of raises up, and you're seeing as it raises up like little nubs up around its little chest, little nubs down around its abdomen that look like they are like little bitty tiny legs. That is the fire snake's turn, and Ulfgrim, it is your turn.
All right. Well, Ulfgrim doesn't like tail swipes. In fact, he hates them.
Ooh.
So Ulfgrim will circle around and basically run, kind of do a little pivot, swing around, and you probably didn't hear, but he already sheathed his sling when he hid behind that rock.
I figured.
He pulls out his quarterstaff and holds it up, and even in this heat, he casts Shillelagh, and somehow watery magic still finds him. Maybe it's the wetness on his leather.
Could be the sweat. Yeah.
It's the sweat, exactly. The ocean sweat. Yar. He's like licking it up. It's like just like home. And he's gonna wallop this thing from behind.
Okay.
The
All right.
magical Shillelagh slap. Oh, I take it 11 does not hit.
Okay, an 11 does not hit. What you do feel and see. So as you come around the corner, hitting him with your magical Shillelagh, it misses. But what is more important for you right now is being right up against this fire snake. The heat is more than your body can take, and you will be taking 3 points of fire damage.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Well, that's not great for me.
Ulfgrim, anything else you can or want to do?
Well, if I leave, I get an attack of opportunity on me. Maybe it's worth it. All right, yeah, so we're gonna just continue to run, be like, that's just too hot for myself, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay, let me roll an attack roll. And a 12 does not hit, correct?
No, it doesn't. Sweet.
Okay. All right,
I escape
so-
unscathed, and I'm gonna kind of partially hide myself.
Okay.
Just run up, miss, and run away.
All right. What you guys saw was Ulfgrim run up and just the front of his clothing as he's swinging down and missing on this fire snake almost looks like it's being engulfed in flames, and he retreats, and that's what you saw. Y4, you're up, and Altos on deck.
All right. I'll say, Ulfgrim, that's a great idea. Go get the egg. And then I'll charge the beast. and attack with my short sword, which I also said behind the rock in a whisper that when I changed my weapons.
Of course, yeah, I heard all that. Yeah.
God, all these twos are killing me.
What'd you get?
It's 8 to hit.
8. Okay.
Again.
8 does not hit, and again for you, Y4, as soon as you came into his proximity, the heat becomes a little bit more from you. Your little optical screens start glitching a bit, and you are going to be taking 2 points of fire damage.
My circuits. Talk about a firewall.
Y4, anything else you can or want to do?
Altos, hit him with the thing that you did with the thing, you know. That's it.
Okay. All right, Altos, you're up.
I will back up and again take like half cover here. And he's still in sight, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna do what I did last time. I'm gonna get down on the ground, pick up some dirt, rub my hands. You hear some Gladiator music, theme song playing in the background, and I will focus, close my eyes, reach out my hand, and try to cast Radiant Light again, or Sacred Flame, excuse me.
Ooh. All right. He did not pass. He got a 3 total.
All right. Please be a good roll because he did not then. Yes. Well, it's better than before. So 6 radiant damage.
Okay. The fire snake retracts, and you can see that really hurt him.
Okay. Having a sense of confidence. My eyes are kind of like blinking in and out of white and blue, but I'm feeling a little bit more in control of what I'm doing. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this, and I'm going to take full cover.
Okay. All right. Y4, he is. You are right next to. Yeah, there you are. It's like Y4 disappeared. You see him rear up and then just come down with his open mouth right at your face, and he is attacking you with a bite, and that is 13 to hit.
Unfortunately for him, this display case is made of titanium alloy.
Okay. All right. He just snaps right in front of your mouth. You do the flames are intense, but they're not hurting you at this point.
It's actually an OtterBox. Those things will withstand just about anything.
Oh, you should have told me that from the beginning. God. On the back of Y4, you just see OtterBox.
Sponsored.
He is going to be moving. And he is coming back over here towards the obelisk, and you can see that he's kind of halfway wrapped around it, and is starting to slither back up the obelisk. And Y4, you can get an attack of opportunity if you like.
I will take it.
Okay.
Come on, no twos.
Big money,
Low
big money.
numbers. Okay, 5 plus 6, 11.
Nice.
It's an improvement. We love to see improvement.
We do. And that just means you're growing, and that's what that's all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than an 8, but it still does not hit.
Ugh. Dang it.
All right. Ulfgrim, you are up.
All right. Can we define this egg as a container? It's technically a container, right?
Yeah, I mean it's got sides and a bottom and an open top.
Perfect. So I have an ability called Create Water, Create or Destroy Water. And I want to create 10 gallons of water to start overflowing out of this egg and spill onto the snake.
Okay, so you want to turn the lava into water?
Yeah, I just want to fill it up because I can basically create water into an open container. So I want to fill the egg up with water and then have it overflow out onto the snake. See what happens there. Little fire versus water action.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
Doesn't sound good.
But it's 10 gallons of water, so it's a significant amount of water.
Yeah, that's a lot of water.
Yeah,
it's like a 2-minute shower.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lift my staff up, and you see kind of like I don't know, oceany stuff going on with me, a little glow, and I'm gonna step back and hold my thing out and create water in that egg.
Okay. All right.
It is a first level spell, I will say.
It is a first level spell. So on this one, unless I'm reading it and remembering it wrong, you're focusing on an area of water that you can actually see.
I think that's shape water.
It says within range, and it has to be within 30 feet.
Yeah. This does sound fun, so I kind of want to see what happens. So let's play along and see what happens. All right. So from inside the egg, you just see this evaporation that's been happening in the air, a collection of the molecules of the water molecules that have been collecting on the ceiling and in the air and off of your skin, just start to collect and be drawn to this egg as it starts to fill up, and you can see that the eggs start to crack with along the grooves, and you are seeing this volcanic rock start to like crumble out as the water meets the lava, and then you are seeing water start to spill out, lava start to spill out until it hardens onto the obelisk itself. As the egg starts to crack into itself, you are seeing more of this orange gas start to filter out, but there are still bits and pieces of the egg that are blocking. It doesn't seem to make an impact on the snake itself, but the egg has taken quite a bit of damage.
All right. Well, it was a good run. I'm gonna nod to myself some approval, and I'm gonna step back just a little bit.
Good day at the office, guys.
Yeah, we did our best.
But the escape of this orange gas as part of that egg kind of crumbles is noticeable in the air. Okay. Y4, you are up. Altos on deck.
Ooh. I think that was a C sharp.
Boom.
Should I shoot the egg or the snake? Altos!
Egg.
All right.
I'll distract the snake.
With disadvantage.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Not bad. 15 to hit.
All right. You definitely connected.
Hit egg.
What kind of damage do you want to do?
That's going to be a total of 6 piercing damage.
Okay. The brittleness of this egg just comes to full light as your weapon or your arrow makes contact with it, and just kind of just shatters like brittle glass. The light from outside is kind of seeping into the room, and just almost like a vacuum, this gas is starting to exit the chamber. No effect on the snake, but that's what you see in the air.
Does the temperature decrease at all? Increase?
Not so much. It's easier to breathe, it's easier to see, but the temperature is still pretty much radiating off of the snake.
All right, then with my movement, I shall also retreat to the rock. This rock is my best friend.
It is. All right, Altos, you're up.
The gas, if I recall, you said was sulfur, correct? Like it was a sulfur smelling gas?
Mm-hmm.
Can it ignite?
I mean, you can certainly see what happens, yeah.
I don't have anything flamey.
Well,
I was just writing a book.
I was just wondering.
I have a candle.
I will move 15, 20 feet out of line, and I'm going to try to cast. Again, I will do my best with what do you call it? Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So same thing, but this time I'm not going to pick up dirt. I'm just going to kind of close my eyes, really focus, cast my hand out, and you can make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. All right, 13.
That'll save. Should have picked up the dirt.
Yeah, I need to change your routine.
Yep. I'll back up. The 5 feet I have.
Okay. All right. The snake looks a bit agitated and is making some whining kind of type noises as it darts out into the room. We are looking at a 22 to hit.
Ah, dang, you got me.
And you're going to be taking, my friend, 1 point of fire damage.
Ulfgrim, put it out. Use your water magic.
I put my hand out and it's just steam.
Ah!
Yarr!
Dare I say you're looking a little dry.
All right, Ulfgrim, you're up. Y4 on deck.
All right, well, I'm going to take out my sling, I guess, and use this thing, because getting close to that thing is not my cup of tea. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That's what I figured. And 5 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. All right. You connect directly. The snake is taking damage and is also stunned at this moment, and just looks like it's a bit woozy, but it is still alive. Anything else you can or want?
I will move. Get him, Y4! Yar, you get him!
All right, Y4, you're up. And then Altos on deck.
I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
All right.
Does it look like it's been like particularly like where did Ulfgrim hit it?
The damage that you're seeing is pretty much throughout. So everywhere that it's been hit, on the face, on the chest, on the back, it's leaving little dark marks on it.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
You firmly got it.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Altos?
A total of 9 piercing damage. And then I'm going to use my movement to also get away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Altos, what are you doing back here?
Staying safe.
Staying safe. This snake is just, it took your damage and it just absorbed it. It was heavy damage for this snake, and the snake is looking really bad at this point. Altos, did you have a question before we move on to you?
No, that's a gesture I do to my camera so I can zoom in and out.
Oh.
Trying to make sure that you can have my little mini me somewhere on here.
And here I thought you were calling me a loser.
All right, Altos, you are on a direct.
Cool. I will move by 10, 15, 20. Do I have line of sight on him?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do Sacred Flame. This time I'm going to remember to get the dirt out my hands, close my eyes, and I will say Emelef Derekas and cast Sacred Flame.
All right.
What'd you call my mother?
Derek Cass, I think. I'm not sure. And we have an 8.
That will not, or it hits. So
Okay.
that will be 6 points of radiant damage.
All right. Alto stares deep into this stunned snake's eyes and says, "Are you not entertained?" And then Altos, tell us how you killed this fire snake.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna go from the tail up and just trace it with the light and just evaporate it until the head, and then we'll let go, and then the head's just gonna fall down, and the rest will be ash.
All right. Yeah, and that's what you guys see. This snake that was once burning turns to just this volcanic black rock and falls to the ground. The heat almost instantly starts getting better and better to where it starts matching the other heat in the cave. About a cool 80 degrees inside this cave right this minute. And you are out of initiative.
Nice. I'm gonna go up and slap Altos on the back. And I'm gonna say, "Yar, well done, Altos. You really did go in there and clean up the mess that Y4 and I initially basically served up for you, just like with that tentacled fiend back at the beginning. But you did a good job."
Sure, yeah. I don't want to take credit for everything.
Oh, you're getting the hang of that little trick you're doing there with your fingers in the dirt.
It has something to do with this island. Again.
So you've said.
So I've said I'm interested to learn more and see if there's more things I can do. But Alfgrim, you mentioned that this happened to you before?
For another day, though. I'm going to continue on. I want to go check out that obelisk.
It was worth a shot, Altos. It was worth a shot.
I'll look at you and be like, someday he'll open up.
One day, but not today.
It's always wet, this one. Slippery.
Never try.
Never try.
Never try.
I got pretty dry there for a second, though.
All right.
Well,
Ulfgrim, what exactly are you doing as you're checking out this obelisk? Like, what are you investigating, or what are you doing?
Where the hell did this egg come from? I want to, I guess, investigate it.
Okay. All right. As you approach this obelisk, Ulfgrim, well, first let's do it
if that helps.
Yeah. So investigation, yeah. And you're looking at the obelisk itself, or the egg, or just the whole picture, the whole crime scene?
Yeah. Like, why is there an egg on an obelisk? And like, I want to see if there's any inscriptions on this obelisk. I know usually there's not just obelisks in caves unless they've been placed there. And then also, why is there an egg on an obelisk? That's usually an odd pairing.
Yeah, right.
Eggs and bacon, yes. Eggs and obelisks, get it right out of town.
While he's investigating, DM, I have a question for you, because I'm with my character, I'm able to see who built what. Can I assist with him looking at this obelisk?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course you can. Go ahead. Is it a roll that you have to do, or is it an advantage thing? Because he's already passed. Or do you want to do your own set of investigations?
So where is it?
I want to investigate slightly harder than he did.
Let's see, I'm trying to find it for you. Where the hell is it? Personal
features and traits, probably.
Would it be under features and traits? Proficiency, consent, no sounds.
So you know who built things?
Like you studied a bunch of architecture?
Yeah, that's like what it is.
Yeah. So you have the archaeology background, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So from using the trait that you have from that, we would say that you are familiar with architecture that you're familiar with on the Sword Coast. So let me start with you, Altos, and then I'll go down to you, Ulfgrim. So what you are noticing, Altos, is that this doesn't look like any kind of familiar mechanism that you have seen on the Sword Coast or in Faerun or in any book that you have read. I mean, it is a typical obelisk. It's black. It's got a five-sided obelisk leading up to a point, and there is almost like a little arrow tip at the top that the egg was like penetrated onto. At the bottom is a base. There's no writing on the obelisk that you can see, but just your inspection of it. The closer you get, Altos, do me a favor and do roll a wisdom check for me. A saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. That'll be 6. And I found the archaeologist fee. It says when you enter a ruin or dungeon, you can correctly ascertain its origin purpose and determine its builders, whether those were dwarves, elves, humans, yuan-ti, or some other known race. In addition, you can determine the monetary value of an object more than a century old.
Okay. Based on that, roll a d20 for me just to see how within reason you would know this. You can use your history on it if you want to.
Oh, can I redo that? Okay. Because my history is a +5, so I rolled a 10.
Okay. 10? Yeah, so it kind of stands. If this doesn't strike you as anything that you've seen before, it could be a multitude of things, but nothing is distinctive that says, oh, this was definitely a dwarven made forge thing. Nothing that's leading towards any linealogy or race that you are familiar with. It seems very alien to you. Okay. The closer that you got in your wisdom was a 10, right?
For me?
Yeah.
For my wisdom, I rolled a 1.
Okay. All right.
You are not wise.
Earlier when you walked into the cave, there was this rattling and this vibration in your ear. It's similar to that, but it is more of like a pressure in your skull. You're starting to have these visions, if you want to call it that. You're seeing different things, different time frames. You're seeing Altos burning in a lake of fire. You're seeing Altos leading a grand march across a field, leading other dragonborns. You're seeing Altos riding on top of a dragon and raiding a village. You're seeing Altos back home, and you're seeing it on the plains of the Sword Coast. All of these things almost in a flash is what you're seeing. And then in an instant it stops. And that's the experience you have with this obelisk. Ulfgrim, do me a favor and roll a wisdom check for me, or saving.
Saving or?
Yeah, a wisdom check.
Oh, baby. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So as you are investigating this this obelisk, again, it's very distinct. The lava, the etches that it was making, they're staying there, and they're almost glowing, and it's kind of adopting that property of what the lava was. So that inside of the obelisk itself, it's black, but it has like this glowing into it. With a 20 wisdom saving throw, you two are feeling this pressure, and I'll leave it up to you on whether you want to resist it or if you want to accept that pressure.
I guess I'll accept it.
Okay.
I'm down. DTF.
You're down for the pound.
DTV. Down to vision.
Down to vision. I'm just doing your eyebrows as you're getting ready. Again, your initial instinct is to withdraw from it, but there's something about this pressure. There's something about this anticipation. You're feeling almost like a sense of deja vu. You're feeling a sense of what you were sensing when you were kneeling next to Sinessa, this connection to something. And you're seeing images of Ulfgrim riding across the plains of the Sword Coast, Ulfgrim at home with his family, his wife, Ulfgrim riding on a boat in the sea. But then you're also seeing Ulfgrim riding among the stars on a boat, on a spaceship, on a starship. All of these happening in an instant, and then you come back to the scene where you're at the sea, and you're seeing this ship capsizing in the middle of the ocean, and you're being drawn down into the waters, and then you're just back to where you're at right now. And that's your experience with the obelisk.
A little shaken, a little woozy, and then I kind of snap out of it. And did I determine anything beyond about the obelisk from my investigation, or just that this thing is magical and weird?
It's definitely giving off a sense of some sort of arcane, planar type magic, yeah.
And it's 5-sided.
Yeah.
Like the 5 chromatic dragons, one might think. Anyway, where the there's no more gases in here? It's all cleared out.
No, the gases that you see they are seeping from the ground, but they're immediately being vacuumed
Okay.
or sucked up to the cracks. So it's
I'm gonna put my hand on Altos's back or shoulder. Just kind of like this obelisk seems like it's. This obelisk seems like it's possessed with an otherworldly sense. I've sensed something like it before, but different. Well, we've done our job. I'm going to glance at Y4. Shall we return and see what good we've done for the Myconids? See if we can sully forward?
Is this I think it would be a good idea to go back and check, yes. But did they say DM multiple vents or a vent?
they only mentioned one vent.
Okay. Then yeah, I think our job is done. We should head back.
Okay.
Y4
As
was
we're heading...
collecting the snake head as proof.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to lean over to Altos as we're kind of like motioning out, and I'm going to be like, when investigate, I noticed that our getting in my southern accent is creeping.
Got him.
Yeah. All required.
Altos, did you happen to be possessed by an otherworldly vision in perhaps a split second, but view yourself or see anything? Did anything pass by your eyes, a vision that wasn't what was in front of you?
Nothing passed by my... Well, yes. I saw
Quit playing tricks with your words. Out with it.
I saw a vision. I don't know if it was the future of me riding into battle and me in different places. But nothing that's happened yet. But it seemed grand, if that, like, the scope of it.
Yeah, mine... I had a similar vision, but it seemed both past and future. So... Twas an interesting experience. Perhaps that is connected to something on our journey here. This island seems like it is filled with secrets and mysteries, not but you and I can comprehend. But perhaps we shall learn more as we begin to explore.
I think that's exactly what I want to do. There's a lot to uncover.
Yarr! I'm gonna give a hearty chuckle and slap him on the back.
Y4, what you noticed when you were cutting the snake is that it kind of broke off like a piece of hard candy, but it kept the detail. So the detail of what this snake was is fully intact. It just looks like it's a black etching of what it was, but very pretty.
Very, very cool. Y4 clocks Ulfgrim's hearty chuckle, and he wonders to himself what they're laughing about before they reconnect and go to tell Milan what's going on.
Yet another connection, Y4 tallies.
I have a secret program running that just counts them for me.
Inside jokes excluded from.
Yeah. Two.
Pros and cons on killing Ulfgrim in his sleep.
That fucking bloodthirsty little trash can.
Murderbot.
Okay, what would you guys like to do?
Yeah, I was going to say let's journey back to the Myconids and let them know of our conquest.
Do we need to... Altos, could you give me a quick boost? I just want to take a look at see if I can get a piece of the egg and maybe take a poke, see if I can see into the hole, into the vent real quick. Just real quick.
I'll lift Y4 up and then over my head.
Okay. Do I see anything?
Yeah, I'll say you're more than strong enough, Altos. Look at you. Picking him up and Y4, what you do see daylight. It's a good, it's a it's a long shaft all the way up to the top of the mountain, but the gas just seems to be being pulled out as if, again, like a vacuum, and away from this resting place of Sharuth.
Okay. All I see is a shaft, Altos. You can let me down. All right. Let's go talk to Molin.
All right. As you're making your way back through this cave that you guys have seen, I mean, it's nothing fancy, but it is. You are starting to appreciate your hovel, because this place is, even though it's got the pretty lights, it's still kind of funky in here. You find Molin and a collection of the other Myconids in a pool of crystal clear water, and Sinessa is on his back. The closer you get to him, you can see that he is conscious. He is talking. And he sees you approaching. Friends, thank you so much. I can't begin to tell you how appreciative I am. I can only imagine that the dangers that you partook in even getting here, let alone defeating this beast from the fire plains. Thank you.
Yar, tis was another example that fire is no match for water.
That is true.
I'm gonna be like, or light.
Other elements probably helped, but
I give Altos a nice pat on the back.
I'll whisper
Molin
to
has been feeling. Go ahead.
I'll whisper to Y4 really quick and be like, he always needs to take the credit, doesn't he?
I'll let him have this one. Just this one. It's
Okay.
like his guy. It's the
we all worked together for water to win. Anyway,
Team water.
now that the gases are cleared out, are you all noticing any amount of clarity coming about to you? A keen sense of mind returning, perhaps.
Well, definitely for me, though, the waters here have always cleared me a bit, but it's nice to be awake again, at least conscious enough to speak. Molin has been filling me in a bit. He showed me Tarak's sash, let me know that you were here to help. Anything that you want from this cave, of course, you can take. As much of the fungus as you can carry, you're welcome to. Molin, of course, told you the importance of what we do here and keeping Sharuth at bay.
Where is Sharuth located?
At the bottom of the ocean, underneath this island.
What do you do to keep him at bay?
Well, the gases that collect here, we dissipate them out into the atmosphere instead of collecting. Sharuth is a fire beast. He's a fire dragon, a red dragon. And the collection of the gas, according to Runara, would collect enough to form some sort of explosion and enough of a wedge in the foundation to release Sharuth from his entombment.
And what would happen if Sharuth was freed?
One can only imagine, right? The stories that you've heard, I'm sure, are the same stories I've heard, that the mighty battles that he waged, the battles that happened before man, of course, were one thing, but if you start adding in the damage he could do to the Sword Coast, to our homes, I can't imagine that's anything that any of us would want to find out.
Plus, I imagine being locked away underneath an island for eons. He must be quite peeved about that. I know I would be. And the stories of rage of him rampaging across the Sword Coast, I imagine would only barely hold a candle to the amount of rage that would pour out of him after being locked up for so long.
The peevedness would be at his peak. I would imagine. The how rude of me. Please, I know that you've been through an ordeal. the waters here have a healing factor.
Oh, thank God.
I wasn't sure if you even were aware, but this is what they would consider Sharuth's final resting place, even though he is very much still alive. But these waters, if you bathe in them long enough, you are able to recover. There is a chance, of course, that there could be side effects. But that is one of those choices you have to weigh.
What side effects?
Headache, nausea, diarrhea. No, just kidding. It's there have been other people. Most recently, the Red Sash men. We helped bathe them in the waters before they left, and they seem to inhabit a bit of madness after bathing in the water. But again, I attribute that to more their personality than anything.
Myers-Briggs. I gotcha.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yes. Whatever the side effects are, they don't seem to last for more than a long rest. But again, you're welcome.
Well, 'tis a bit of madness that makes things fun. Show me where the bath is.
So he just kind of scoots over as if it's a hot tub at the YMCA, and he splashes the water. He's like, hop on in. It's so the waters that he's in, he and Molin are in it right now, and Molin has been kind of supporting him as he sits in it. But Molin steps out as Sinensa kind of sits straight up, and it's about a 3-foot deep pond of water that stretches roughly 15 to 20 feet across, and it is completely crystal clear, and it's almost translucent a bit.
Altos, get in there. I'm going to plug into this clump of biolume.
I will jump right in.
Do you think perhaps these waters might be able to cleanse your circuits of whatever poison might be inhabiting them?
Yeah, Water and I have a complicated relationship right now. I'm hoping I can get the same effects by kind of plugging in here, and I'm going to pop into one of the blue glowing fungi.
Your mechanical friend doesn't seem to want to join the water, and I don't blame it. Mechanical friend, would you mind if we were to cover you in leaves soaked in the water? Would that be appropriate, or is that?
Oh, that would be fine. I'm water resistant. I've got a small layer of plexiglass.
Up to 10 meters.
Yep.
I did see the Otterbox symbol on the back.
Oh, you saw that? Yeah.
I figured that, yes. So, so yeah, the Myconids are again just kind of catering to your needs at this point and covering you and helping you heal your wounds.
You guys got any lion's mane?
Lion's mane.
It's another type of mushroom.
Got it. Yeah. So you guys are sitting there, just 3 dudes hanging out in a hot tub in a cave, just
10
chilling.
feet apart because they're not.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Wondering what y'all got on. What you are noticing?
All of my leather.
This is refreshing.
On brand.
Yeah.
You gotta re-dampen after that steam.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean,
my leather was almost getting dry.
The dry sauna was not what it should have been, but so you can see that his color is fully back to. He has bright yellow streaks across his neck. He has green skin for the most part, gills along his arms, along his back. His ears are a bit frilled. But he's looking more and more healthy. The cracks that were in his skin, gone. The dryness that you were seeing, gone. And he is looking a lot more healthy. And Ulfgrim, what you are noticing, you said you kept your clothes on, right? Ulfgrim, yeah. You are noticing that he has scarring along his neck and shoulders. And it is a familiar pattern that you've seen before.
What's the pattern that I recognize?
It looks familiar to the pattern of the scars that you have on your torso. Yeah.
Tell me, and I want to lean in. Tell me, Sinensa. Tell me, Sinensa. I heard Turok regale me with a troubling story of your past. Can you please tell me more? I believe that your relation to the sea is related to these scars that you hold on your body.
Yes, I've kind of adopted the same theory of truth that those at Dragon Rest keep, and it seems to help, and that is to just be as giving as I can with information. So, of course,
Well, it's certainly nice for PCs like ourselves.
It is. I just met you, and I'm in a hot tub naked with you. But tell me more about your upbringing. Tell me about your mom.
These scars, and how are they related to your troubled past? Tell me more. I could probably phrase that better, but whatever. Lay it on me.
Yeah. I was
this is a starter set.
I was born in a small fishing village on Purple Rock. As all of my relatives were, the lineage goes back as far as they kept records. And there was a time when all the children were being given up at a certain point to the sea, and I happened to be one of those chosen to go into the sea. And I remember my uncle taking me by the hand to a cliff and raising me up like the Lion King and then dropping me over into the water. From there, it's
as a wee babe.
I mean, I was old enough to talk, old enough to think, but the memories have faded a bit. I remember hitting the water. I remember sinking and being confused. But then I remember feeling a sense of warmth and caring the deeper I got. And what started off as like a hug started turning into a burn. And I remember a face it was a wretched face. And the drowning that I was experiencing became as easy as, I know it sounds insane, but it's as easy as breathing air. I was able to breathe the water. And so when I say I was born and raised on Purple Rock, I was really born on Purple Rock, but I was raised in the waters beneath Purple Rock. Was raised by what they call a sea hag, but that's not what I called her. I just called her Mom. And that's where I stayed. I mean, it was a loving. That's what they call my mom, dude.
Bro, that's my mom.
That's my mom you're talking
sea
about.
Hag's picking you up from soccer practice again, huh?
Your mom's a sea hag, bitch. And that's where I was raised. And as I came of age, my mother's sisters became a bit more cruel. And as all of us children turned of age, we were expected to do certain things that perhaps we didn't agree with. And that's when I left Purple Rock. And it was my mother, actually, who helped me, the sea hag, helped me escape the waters and led me here. And I've been here ever since.
Yar, so your sea hag family still resides on Purple Rock, and some dark magical sea presence changed you into what you are from being, well, normal.
Well, I mean, there was a time I looked very much like you, human. But yes, and it wasn't the sea hags that changed me. It was just the sea hags that facilitated it. But yes, it was. There was a far greater beast that was in charge of all of that, and I Have you ever heard of a kraken?
You see Ulfgrim kind of like feeling where around the same location where the scars are on him, just kind of hesitating. He's like, a kraken. I believe I've heard tales of creatures such as ye. You spend time on the ocean, and no doubt you hear myths and tales.
There was a kraken by the name of Lazurius, and he was quite cruel from what I remember. And again, this is from my childhood, and it's a bit foggy from here and there, but the tales that I remember are that he's the one who gave me this, and he points to his scars. And he's the one who changed me into this, and he's pointing to his skin. For a long time, I saw it as a curse, but you learn to adapt to what you are.
A kraken, but krakens be not but large creatures, much like the one that you summoned towards the mouth of this Kiri cave. They're not thinking, they're not especially powerful in any way beyond taking down ships themselves.
Not this kraken.
Why? Well, thank you for regaling me with also regaling me. There's lots of regaling going on, but thank you for telling the story of your upbringing. Is quite interesting, very unique. Never heard a story very close to that, as I'll say.
I cannot relate to it whatsoever at all.
Wow, very unique. You must be the only person who feels that way.
Selesna, I hate to have overheard a little bit here, but I am just curious. Have you ever seen flames in the water or fire in the water?
Inside of the water. Not without magic being at work. Wait.
I'm gonna lean over and like kind of do the. Wherefore are you still on to that? I told you misheard me. I said I ain't never seen flames like that before.
Oh, okay. But I thought I heard in the. Oh, all right. Just put more leaves on me. Put more leaves on me, guys.
I mean, people have seen ships on the water on fire. And,
yes.
different. It happens. A lantern gets knocked over, and all of a sudden your mast is aflame, and then, boy, you got to go putting it out, or it cast the mast in the ocean, and then you're sunk out at sea, and you got not but half a mast up there, and then you gotta, just wait till either a friendly ship comes by, or just the right current and the wave takes you to a friendly port. But it is a rough time, and not that common, I'll say.
Oh. More leaves, guys. More leaves.
All right. The Myconids are, again, just kind of whatever you're asking for, they're giving you. And you are seeing a couple of the younger Myconids that are bringing these barrels that they were using for water and vegetation to put on top of Sinensa that's been emptied out. And you're seeing these red morals, or these red fungus that Ulfgrim you used to create a potion earlier.
Potion, yeah.
So there, you've got a lot to carry back if you would like.
Turok's gonna love this.
Oh, Turok, yes. Again, tell Turok that he's welcome back. I regretted having to summon the octopus beast here, but I couldn't bear anyone else being hurt by the gases or by what the men in the red sashes had done. So it was more of a protective measure than anything. Once I fell unconscious, it kind of was at its own devices and uncontrollable.
Is there a reason this octopus was dead?
Well, that's what I was able to summon. I couldn't summon a live one. It was what had died in the sea is what I could summon.
And perhaps, do you have an idea where those men in the red sashes had scampered off to?
They mentioned of meeting back up with the group. Did Turok tell you of these men?
I don't believe he did.
I don't think so.
Well, it's really not my place to speak more, but
Mm.
I hope that they're not still on the island.
Do they be denizens of this here island?
No.
Do they reside here?
No humans outside of course, Ride-Off, but I wouldn't consider him human sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, no, me neither. But why? And I'm gonna kind of like lean in and really try to coax this information out of him. Why would Turok be the one to ask about these humans and not yourself? What are you not telling me?
Can you roll for persuasion, please?
I can. Whoa, natural 1. After we shared a moment, kind of.
I know. I was rooting for you too.
Can I help him by like
Beep bop boop. Tell us.
Yeah.
I do that. I do exactly that.
Yeah. As a distraction measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
want to roll then, or should I roll again?
Go for it.
All right, persuasion. Well, we got a 3, so
You're killing it,
Godspeed, not rooting for us, I guess.
man.
Can't win them all.
Wasn't meant to
Can
be.
I help?
No.
Come on.
Can there be a triple advantage on this one?
The mythical, the legendary.
It was called threesome.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be best if you asked Turok, and he would tell you straight up. But they are familiar with one another.
Sounds hot.
It's purely sexual.
All right. So, well, I'm gonna kind of raise my fully clothed, leathered, armored self out of the water and say, "Well, I'm feeling quite invigorated, and I believe it may be time for us to journey back with these several barrels of. Have ye a wagon and perhaps some way to transport these barrels?"
I do actually. You have all been such great help. I do have something I can give you that was left here ages ago. And he's digging through his stuff, and Molin, hand me that bag that was left here by the ranger folk. And you guys are sitting there, and Molin brings back this bag. It's kind of unassuming. And Sinensa gives it to you, Wolfram, and says, "This bag has a magical property, and I know that you can carry all of the fungus you need and more inside of it." And he gives you a bag of holding.
Ooh.
Oh, lucky you.
Level 1 bag of holding. Let's go. Can't wait to find ways to exploit this.
I put the obelisk inside of it.
Great idea. Oh, actually, that reminds me. By the way, thank you, Sinetsa. This gift is wonderful. It is a magical, wondrous item itself, some might say, as according to the D&D handbook. But, have ye any knowledge of an obelisk in the area of the cave where
I don't know where it came from. It's been there. It's been there since Runara asked us to join the commune down here. But what she says is that it's a gateway to view other worlds.
Sounds like Renara wasn't telling us everything either.
I mean, that's at least how I assume the Red Sash men, when they were attempting to coax Sharuth out of the bottom, they coaxed something else out of somewhere else.
Are there any other obelisks like it on this island?
Not that I know of.
And do you know perhaps any way we can get, we can maybe, I don't want to use the word exploit, but exploit the obelisk to give us the maximum use out of it, so we can make sure that the red sashed fellows aren't using it against us, so we can remain one step ahead.
You can see the sentence is kind of taken back a little bit, and he's like, please forgive me. We did open our homes to the Red Sash, and they proposed similar things, saying that they were here to help. And they took advantage, and they did things to the obelisk that I hope can be undone.
Unspeakable things?
Unspeakable things. Yes, you took the words right out of the DM's mouth. And I would ask that of course, you're always welcome here. But the Crystal Cave, I would ask that you leave the obelisk alone.
Do you know perhaps what the red sashed men did to the obelisk?
Unspeakable things.
Unspeakable things.
Can you speak on it?
They were chanting, and it was obviously they were using some sort of magic, some sort of arcane knowledge. Exactly, I don't know.
Let's go talk to Tarak about these red sashes and Renara about the obelisk and see if we can uncover some more information from the library.
I like it, and I can check in with Radoth and see how he's doing. See if his bolt wound is a little better.
Sounds good. Perhaps we begin the long journey now and make it back before next session.
Before dawn. Before next session.
Sinensa is raised up out of it, but he is completely new. Because it's that kind of thing.
Just spawn dong.
I'm just standing there. Oh, feels good to be back, guys.
Get your starfish out of my face.
My fish dong just hot. My fish sticks. You boys like fish sticks? Anyway. So Sinensa's standing up, and he will get dressed because he's not that kind of sea spawn. And says, if there's anything else that we can do for you, we are indebted to you. You're always welcome back here to the Seagrove. If you are planning your journey back, you should probably leave quickly before the tide rises, and then you may be stuck here overnight. But again, thank you very much.
Round them up.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
So we journey back. That's
yeah, we
my vote.
Start heading on back with our
Hit the dusty
all
trail.
our stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All
These
right.
boots.
Are they made for walking? I wasn't sure.
That's
Should we
just what they'll
roll?
do.
That is kind of what they do sometimes.
One of these
Um,
days.
Let
Walking.
me put the map up at least so we can see that.
DM, are we fully healed with spell slots or just health?
Yeah. So what you guys are feeling after bathing in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, like Prince and Purple Rain, is feeling fully recovered. Not just recovered at this point, but feeling invigorated and better than you ever have. Almost as if you have leveled up. Is how you're feeling. So that is what you're feeling right now. So let me share this screen with you. Whoa, that's really close.
Otterbox 2.0.
I missed that game, Final Fantasy.
Yes.
All
Now
right.
I can disengage as a bonus action.
There you go. So as you guys are making your way out of the Seagrove Cave, where this red ping is, you have a clear path back. The only thing that is different is your vantage point, because you're, of course, traveling in a different direction. The walk back at a leisurely pace would be about 3.5 hours, give or take. At speed, probably about 2, judging by the ridges and whatnot. Is there anything that y'all want to do as you're traveling back?
I'd just like to mention that we also still have the peninsula of the shipwreck.
But
Just
that's
on the agenda. It's on the other side of the island, right?
yeah,
but
it's very far.
We're headed back to the middle, the epicenter.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So home base.
Okay. All right.
So plus we'll have to talk to Blep about how to traverse the archipelago or whatever.
Okay. As you hit the highest peak of this ridge here, you have a good vantage point of the entire island. Knowing which way you've traveled, you can see clearly a way back to Seagrove Cave by walking if you ever wanted to make it back. You are able to see in the distance this little small land mass after land mass that leads to... you can't see a shipwreck from where you're at, but you do see kind of the general direction. You, of course, can see Dragon's Rest, over here. Something new as you're facing this way. Heading towards Dragon's Rest, you do kind of catch the glimpse of a cave that's kind of was hidden from you as you were walking past it. But now that you're facing it, you see this brightly lit waterfall that's right about here. And it has like an abnormal light to it, but it's I wouldn't say it's on the way to Dragon's Rest, but it's definitely there. And then down over here, you are seeing a bit of ruins, but there's nothing specific that's calling you to it. And then just path after path, you're seeing hot springs spread out throughout. But that's kind of the view that you have as you're traveling.
What time is it right now?
You are roughly hitting about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh wow, it's like afternoon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we're like, I guess at the top of the ridgeline, kind of looking over the rest of the island, I want to I'll point out the cave with the waterfall and say, "Yar, what see you there? Had you have your fill of caves just yet?"
Binoculars activate. Enhance. Yeah. It's shiny. It's a shiny waterfall. I mean, I'm all for spelunking and whatnot. We do have these goods to drop off, but we could also add it to the list of things to check out.
I think there's still some daylight to kill.
Oh, is that what she's saying? You want to go check it out?
Yeah.
And right there, we will go ahead and end session 3 of Twisted Fates. You guys leveled up, so you're level 2 now.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So if you are still here, and if you made it to episode 3, then why not come back for episode 4? Because at this point, you're engaged. You're in it. You're part of the conspiracy at this point. So you might as well just finish it to the end with us. I will say thank you for joining us. It has been an awesome time to be able to do this with some good friends like my guy Freddie, my guy Barney, the barn dog, and my guy Eric. I don't even know if you like it when I call you barn dog, but in me, I love it. So I'm just going to keep it going.
I love it.
Okay.